I can't explain. It's a bit hot, spicy, but it's mouth-watering. To show you how to make fermented sauce at home. You can add the fresh fruits if you want. If you don't like fresh fruits, you can leave it, or you can also ferment together the fresh fruits and the vegetables like pepper and the herbs like cilantro, garlic, onion, everything together. But I like to add the fresh fruits later because I like the fresh fruits, the flavor and the aroma. I don't want the fermented thing because mostly if you ferment for a longer period, the fruits flavor and the aroma will be gone and you will get little bit soury or vinegary smell. Let me show you how to make sauce at home. Look at the color. Amazing, right? This plate, the whole thing you see here, I'm going to use for my green sauce, and this I'm going to use for my yellow sauce. These chilies are very hot. If you don't like very hot spicy sauce, you can just add more peppers, and then this will minimize the spiciness. Even the carrot also will help you to minimize the spiciness. I'm going to use these curry leaves. I like the aroma. I don't want to use green chilies or any other color vegetables because this is, like you can see, hot and red. It's very vibrant and I want to maintain the color. This one I have decided to keep it green. So this one and even this jalapeno is all green. I'm going to use the cilantros or coriander leaves, and this Mexican mint I had in my gardens. I just plucked the fresh. I like this flavor. I will just cut in 2 pieces. The carrot I'll be cutting very thin slice. Don't remove the skin because those active enzymes or yeast, they stays on the skin. This actually helps the fermentation. I will just slit the chilies. Okay, so I have cut the vegetables and now I'm going to add inside the jar. So before I put inside the jar, let me show you how to make the brine. The measurement of salt and water is very important because if you add more salt, the active enzymes will die. If you add less salt, then the pH balance will be very high, and then those bad bacteria, fungi, yeast, all those can grow on your fermentation. I'm sure you don't want that, right? So you have to be very careful when you are making the brine. So ideally, you should take 1 cup water and 1 teaspoon salt. So 1 cup water is around 240 to 250 ml water, and then just use 1 spoon salt. Here I have around 500 water, and the water is little warm. It's not very cold. I'm adding the salt, 1 spoon, and then another spoon. So I'm going to add paper inside. We'll add some garlic because garlic is really nice with the sauce, and some onion. And then here I will add all the green stuff. Make sure you have some space, some headspace here. I'll just give it a good mix. It's already a little bit cloudy because I'm using the Himalayan pink salt. So it's a little bit pink. But after 5 to 7 days, you will also see the brine a little bit cloudy. Just make sure everything is submerged in the water. I can't explain, the aroma is so nice. Let me taste. I think the salt is perfect. So I'm going to add the zipper bag filled with water so that everything will submerge in the water. See? I'll keep like this. I will cover with kitchen towel. Just put the cover on top. Don't keep it very tight. Alright, so it's done. We'll keep this for 5 to 7 days. And after that, if you want, you can just blend with little bit brine, little bit vinegar for the salty and the soury taste. And you can keep in the fridge. But if you want to add some more flavor, like all those fruits and herbs, you can always go for second fermentation. I generally prefer to add fruits like pineapple, mango. Let me show you after the fermentation what happened. Alright, the waiting period is over. I'm going to open the jars now. The most important thing when you are doing fermentation to remember is make sure that your vegetables and whatever you are fermenting, it's always under the brine. Because inside the brine, there the fungus, the mold, the fungi can't grow. They need oxygen to grow. And if you are putting everything inside the brine, for yeast and bacteria, it's fine. They can do the fermentation, they can survive. But molds or, those bad bacteria, they can't survive. Inside, you can see the water is a bit cloudy and those white residues. There is nothing to worry because these all are dead skin of the bacteria and the yeast. While they are doing the fermentation, some of the yeast and bacteria will be dead, and these all are the dead skins. So it's quite normal. After studying the vegetables, don't throw the brine. This brine is actually very helpful if you want to do another fermentation, or if you want to blend the vegetables together, you don't want to use vinegar or any other liquid, you still can use this brine. If you are not scared of a little bit spiciness, I think the brine is the best thing to use because the brine still containing the yeast and bacteria. With the green chilies and peppers, I'm going to use the kiwi so that the color will be intact and it will look very fresh. I'll get the kiwi flavor and little bit sweetness from kiwi also. With this yellow pepper, I'm going to add the peach because I like the peach flavor. And with this fresh peach, when you are taking the sauce, you can still feel the freshness of the peach, and it will enhance the color of the pepper and the chilies. You can see that the vegetables are very clean, looking quite fresh, and I don't want to keep the vegetables for very long because I don't like the vinegary smell from the vegetables. This is still fine. The vegetables are quite soft. When you add with fresh fruits, it gels very well. I'm going to show you two ways to preserve your sauces. One is with vinegar and other one is with oil. I'm going to add little bit vinegar. It will add some taste also, little bit sourness, and then it will also help to keep the sauce for longer. I'm frying here little bit garlic, little bit curry leaves and oil. I will fry until the garlic become little bit brownish, and then I will add with the vegetables while I'm blending. This will help my sauce to stay longer because the oil will protect from yeast or mold to grow. Adding this oil and the garlic. If you ferment the sauce at home and if you keep in a clean space, in a clean, one corner of fridge, you are not taking out often. And even if you are taking out, you are just taking the small portion, not keeping out totally outside and then putting back again. Basically, no temperature difference. The sauces can stay longer. Tepache, this sauce, this bread, everything goes very well. Check out my videos how to make tepache, the sauces, and the sauerkraut. I'm sorry, but the sauce, the flavor, the taste, it's mouth-watering. Don't believe me? Try at home. I see you again.